Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Browns are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Panthers team that will need to avoid those turnovers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth. We'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3-game win streak. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Deshaun Kaiser, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 3 catches, 64 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Here we go.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Kaiser to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go. Flex round.
Kaiser now on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Marquell Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long for Kaiser. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. As they run the counter play. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 60 yards. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder, with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A first down throw for Kaiser. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Let's go!
Kaiser. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 22.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser on first down. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster.
Let's go! 1-9!
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Brand 38! Ohio!
On third down, Kaiser. And incomplete here on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And some room to work. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without peace.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's second down. On second down, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's to the 10, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Panthers in for the score. Hauschka now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Kaiser in the Browns offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's go. Flex round.
On the counter, it's Crowell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very...
He's got daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. DeShone Kizer making his way out to the huddle. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to come, hey, we're good. We're good. One interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Crowell. And he's brought down after a good game. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Kizer now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And some space here. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Oh, he bowls over him. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out. And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much. And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they? When we talked about him, they did. Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Kizer now. He's going to float this one deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 2nd and 10 here. Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes Deshaun Kaiser and the Browns offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trent Murphy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now Kaiser. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Kaiser to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll toss it to Crowell. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And he's got it up and through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Wilson. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.